好，我要来开始玩喽，不等啦，大家直接开始玩喽。还有45个成就啊，我解锁了，我解锁9个嘞。哇，晚上好，晚上好。嗯，今天很漂亮。今天去吃生日餐，不是，不是今天，是3天后生日，我是16号生日。我不是我的 IG，我的 IG ID 应该已经出卖我的生日了吧？对，我看到了1022，你刚刚我非常非常非常非常非常喜欢的偶像同一天生日，他叫曹楼里。 还没到，还没有生日快乐，还没到。谢谢。移到我把聊天室移到这边会不会比较好？害我跌倒的游戏什么意思？为什么会害我跌倒？嗯哼，哇，你的梗很难懂哎。海里波特，哎，好，懂了台语。害你跌倒，如果变成海力搏斗的话，那就可以通。好，我要把我的鹰眼拔掉。现在发现好像不是很舒服。啊，毕竟已经戴了蛮久的了，不是很舒服。好，好，我这样子，那线好像放在那边。蚊子来，你要干嘛？蚊子来，我要干嘛？什么意思？不懂，直接公布答案吧。我对解谜、猜谜类的真的很一窍不通。我要跳舞，为什么我要跳舞？我真的不知道哎，为什么我要跳舞？什么意思？好，真的有点冷，我觉得真的蛮冷的。把东西都给它放好。我把我的虫虫，好，我把东西都放好。这个为什么这个视讯镜头就不能再下面一点呢？再下一点。哦，有了，这样子就这样比较好。我没有要跳舞啊。 哦，怎么有打雷声？我的讲话声音会不会太大声？需要小声一点吗？还是那个游戏声音会太大声吗？为什么南边没有佛祖？用这样可以，好哦。南边没有佛祖，南边有吧？因为南五，你看我有想，你看我有像想理你的样子吗？这个人怎么在乱丢垃圾？先动动我的手，不然等一下握滑鼠会握很久。今天网络很不错哦，然后记得是这个吧，这个要改位置，这个是对，这个要换到这边来，先测试，这个换到这边来，好 ，OK。好喽，开始玩喽！嚯！好，我看看哈，你要卖什么？你卖什么？嗨
Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Bernard Indiaye, and this is my shop. Is there anything I can help you with?
我看看什么东西？你有在卖什么物
What do
品？
you sell here?
Glad you asked. I sell the finest array of beast byproducts you'll find in the entire
卖奇
countryside.
兽的东
If you
西。
don't believe me, feel free to look about. Eventually you'll return. They always do.
这是什么？能够告诉我这圈的事情吗？你稍微自我介绍
What
吗？
brought you to own a shop in Feldcroft?
Beautiful place, isn't it? Although I admit I didn't choose it. It chose me. I was raised here. It's always been my home. As for the shop, I suppose my line of work chose me as well. I've always loved working with beasts. And my twin girls adore them. Wouldn't be surprised if they took over from me one day.
好，
I'm curious to know what's happening in Feldcroft. Might you have any insight?
An incredibly unpleasant goblin called Belgroth the Bludgeoner has been tormenting everyone he encounters. Feldcroft borders goblin country, but we've always lived in peace with their kind. Until recently, that is. Some claim that Belgroth and his associates are in league with Ranrock. I don't know if there's truth to it. Whatever the case, their constant meddling is devastating business. Everyone feels unsafe. It's quite serious.
好，
What
看
do
看
you
你的
have for
商
sale?
品。
What are we in the market for today?
哦，这边要卖这个哎，可是这个我都抓得到啊。
A pleasure doing business with you.
尖牙增加中国咬人感染伤害，21，没有用啊。啊，我有
Have I
千
mentioned you're
7 耶
welcome to stop by any time?
你这边有什么？
Revelio.
这里有宝箱哎。
You ought to cut back on pudding.
嗨，在别的地方。为什么你家有伯格？
Revelio.
为什么你床头上有3块？我先帮你收起来。看一下我怎么拿到这个钱袋哈？怎么拿到那个袋
Revelio.
子？
Wouldn't mind a plum shop at Gringotts. Suit me. Mind you. Forget it, boy.
会怕吗？呵呵。拍谁？我不是故意的，真的，
Revelio.
我不是故意的。抱歉。
Revelio.
那里有东西，哇，这里有东西，这里有东西，门在哪？嗯，放个传奇宝箱在这边。故事品。
Revelio.
哇，你们家看起来很有钱哦，很多宝箱哦。喂，喂，拿到魔杖哎，真假的？
What do we have here? A demiguise.
里面有幻影员？没有啊，没有看到啊。这个等级2呢？哇，这等级2呢？我竟然没有开呼噜眼，真的假的？
travel to and from Feldcroft in an instant. If you see dear Anne Sallow, please do give her my best.
Revelio.
安妮萨洛不是人在阿兹卡班，我才刚看过她而已呢。哎
Alohomora.
，Alamura，
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
哎，哎，
Revelio.
哎，啊，还有物件无？你敢还有物件？这边有一个那个呢。
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
I can't quite picture what the statue
刚
looks
看好像这边有一个那
An
个
intruder!
puzzling indeed.
你在讲话啦。这里。这是啥？
Revelio.
这是什么？练习用假人。贝德罗特的居民偶尔会利用这些假人来练习施法的技巧，尤其是最近发生的妖精攻击事件，使用率更高。嗨，你好，你能讲话吗？
Levioso. Confringo. Confringo. Here. Levioso. Confringo.
把他打走了呢？他们还能用吗？我可以把他拉
Careful
回来，
now! You could hurt
我把他
someone.
拉回来好了。来，过来。我不是故意的。我不是故意的。不是故意的啦。拍谁？
Revelio.
我家上锁了。那大哥，你为什么一直丢东西进去？你一直丢，他一直在丢钱进去，哎，
Am I losing my mind? Up for a bit of dying, are we?
Revelio.
哦，不要讲话。哦，这啥？满脸皱纹，长眠于此，奴仆、朋友、家人，全世界最棒的小精灵。4条，
I have a brother who works this window.
谁站在这里
You
啊？
have to sit behind a desk all day.
我要怎么下去啊？
Need a sword like it.
我要怎么下去？从这里下去吗？那你刚才啥？没关系啦，没事。
It's always my turn for patrol.
Never anything interesting around here. Show yourself, you little moon calf.
对，你们这么好，这么好。
You won. When are you going to give up? That was pitiful. Was that your best? You can't stop us. I've been fighting since before you were born. Child.
我按错了啦，我要，我按错了，你那么坏，没有按错。什么纸条？兰洛克怀疑费德罗特暗藏玄机，如果你没有厘清事情的真相，其中的真相就不用回来了。兰洛克想要知道最新进展，你找到他了吗？立刻回来回报状况。
Revelio.
Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't know.
好了啦。
I didn't touch your helm, but thank you for making me the foot. Quiet.
Totalis. Lumos.
哒啦哒哒哒，哒哒哒。
Someone's here. I won't rest.
哎呦，这个切开这么凶哎、切开这么凶哎、
Revelio.
'Bring me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take them all. I'll run the other way when they see me humans do.
Potato.
Lucky, that's all.
莫名其妙就拜拜了、我还没干嘛哎、看一下我现在要干嘛？翻翻岛，种植和收割斑点老鹤草，取得3种战斗植物，并同时使用它们。乳川夫人作业额，减震指数，剧毒复仇，艾弗列劳力的地窖。3公教手对接，飞行测试，深深的朋友，破影，两百号男人，兰都，哎，我快到了耶！ 附近有东西吗？
I've never seen such a look of fear.
You will regret coming here.
Oh.
罗克伍城堡，附近一堆东西哎，一堆人哎。
Oh, could do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
哎，
Get accustomed to that. I won't rest until you're dead.
Revelio.
哦，这爬上去的意思。
Vision of goblins ruling over wizards will be fulfilled.
这里有那个，啊？What the fuck？ 那个可以抓吗？那个可以抓吗？
Lumos.
错了错了
Incendio.
错了啦！那个可以抓吗？去哪里了？去哪里了？嗯？着陆目前无法使用。那这个就是要先
Wingardium Leviosa.
干嘛？
Revelio.
一堆东西耶！
What am I doing here? This patrol is worthless.
I don't like the looks of that encampment.
What? Who is it? Up for a minute dying, are we?
I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Revelio.
Some someone there. What's that? You call that spell cast? Hello? It's almost too easy. What's that? Who's that?
What an unfortunate disappointment!
That was meant for me.
But you're so very...
I won't rest.
Revelio.
Huh.
Reminds me of the time. I was only young, not like I call that much. Lucky if I've been in one now.
不要再讲话了吗？好，竟然干一波哎！
Revelio.
有东西吗？这个可以开门吗？打不开耶。
Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
没事，都打爆了。提成无法进入。好、这个是什么？
Revelio.
这边竟然有个箱子。Hello， 有人吗？有箱子耶。这边怎么有35块？我来检查看看。这有东西吗？
Revelio.
被关起来了。里面有物件呢，这内面会使入面呢。还是我现在不能进去？这里面是可以进去
This
的，
looks like trouble.
这里面是看起来是可以进去的，可是我还不能进去。这个不是哑鸟吧？哇，这是什么鸟鸟？是。
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
你的骑兽库存已满，怎么办？等一下，为什么这边要打人流？这边有什么打人流？鸟鸟，骑兽库存已满，可恶！没关系，之后再过来。我要去。哎，这边都打完了呢。好哦，那就去过主线吧。哦，原来就是这里啊！这里有箱子哎。进来卖东西。卖东西。
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How can I help you?
我要卖
What do you have
东
for sale?
西。
What are we in the market for today? Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by anytime?
By anytime。好像可以去一趟万应室再过来。这个哦，这加很多呢。新的帽帽23，我这个2119，也是加很多呢。看一下有什么帽子可以戴。我是觉得这帽子很好看，这帽子真的很好看耶。可惜我不戴帽子。有新的笔，看，这是刚拿到的笔。有这个。哦，这个很好看哦，哦，就你咯。哇，20，哇，加那么多。哇，这也加那么多。我都很好看哦。我们现在是秋天。新的衣服吗？没有新的衣服。看一下哈，现在是秋天。高雅经典校服。东西可以拿，看看。 吸收已达上限。
Professor Howin will never believe this.
啊哦！哎呦！哎呦！我刚刚抓到了新的，找到了在这里，彩明鸟在这里。嗨，好。嘿嘿嘿。这里是飞行测试，这边葫芦也没有开耶。哦，地图怎么这么大呀？地图怎么这么大呀？地图也太大了，哦，太大了，地图太大了。应该是没有掉帧。吹风哎！
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How can I help you?
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Stop by any time. 这个披风，好的，来喽。
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
那你要先走啊。
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight.
你是说刚刚被我干掉的那些吗？
Here we
哦，
are.
这就是你家
My
啊。
sister should be just inside.
我刚进去里面拿了蛮多东西的啦，谢谢。
Aha! Sebastian, where did you...
Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
哇，直接
But
笨
we
不
haven't
见哎！
tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
你要去哪里？好哦。
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
刚翻我白眼呢。你在干嘛？
That boy will fray my last nerve.
你在干嘛？
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up,
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through the rubble?
跳跃到
Ranrock
空
knows
中
what
的
he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good business are dead. No! I will stop it! I feel as though you're not even trying. Not quiet enough. I won't rest until you why don't you come up here and fight me? Let's get this over with. That was unexpected. No! You won't survive this thing, You've made your last mistake. One less human to worry. Rather unwise coming back this way. Someone's been taken out. I won't rest. Such arrogance. No! Oh, little moon calf. Easily diverted. Not quite. Your spells glance off of me.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio.
拿不动了，有吗？这边是什么？梅林的失恋。
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
要3块。
Revelia.
为什么这个打不爆？底下有东西呢，禁飞哎，为什么不能进去啊？你为什么不能进去？你为什么不能进去
Revelio.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
那我刚刚想进去进不去的地方，对不对？
Revelio.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all that much, isn't it? When you put it like that. The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is
哦
it，blocking
干，
something?
一定要
Only
先
one
这样
way
子
to。find out.
哦，谁睡这？
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
确定吗？下面一层雾哎。好啦啦。怎么说下来的？这是我在营地的第2个礼拜，每天都有许多人抵达，跟着你抵达现场。麻瓜医生甚至是我们巫师界的医者，都尽力而为，在帮助他们。悲伤感觉很强烈，在瘟疫中幸存下来的人，这辈子都无法病痛，摆脱痛失亲友的阴霾。发烧终究会过去，皮肤上也会愈合留疤，但心中难以承受的痛苦不会消散。我看见某一名酷似我父亲的男子，对方失去了自己的爱子。我不能再去多想，我希望能够替他带来一丝慰藉。我开始思考，其他人可能是错的。我有能力可以救助这些灵魂，无论是不去帮助他们，还是抹除他们的痛苦，似乎都很霸道。
Journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
我原本来这里是为了学习，但我想要做点什么，帮助人们。我内心苦苦挣扎，感觉是无法想要进入大家，而我却成了阻止这一切的元凶。我应该放弃希望吗？如果我不多做点什么，这辈子我都会为此感到后悔吗？我没有办法直视人们的眼睛，因为我知道我大可以减轻他们内心的痛苦。我今天看到那名男子离开营地，就是那位让我想起我父亲的男子。帮助他应该没什么关系，对吧？当然，这能够进一步推上我的研究，但这只是我使用这股力量做好事所伴随而来的结果。
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
我知道了。
Lumos. Lumos.
干！探索地角。
Rebellion.
我要怎么探索地角？我都看完了。我要探索啥？妈妈，要刺我了！我都看完了，我还要探索啥？什么意思？ 好哦。
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me
吓
anymore.
一跳，不
Fair
该不
enough.
乖。
I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my
And
ability to
listening?
see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
走喽！看不见的地穴，我来喽！
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. I hide a triptych here.
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Huh.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbarton Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
What in Merlin's name were you thinking, using the family owl to deliver that pitiful attempt at a poem to Beauxbatons? Do you realize what kind of reputational damage you've caused? For Merlin's sake, even the owl looked ashamed. Your school years are meant for studying, not long-distance dalliances. Get a hold of yourself.
超级好笑。哦，叮！你这个箱子到底在哪里啊？ 这箱子到底是要怎么买？
Professor, what can you tell me about your work at the Ministry?
Your curiosity is understandable. Well, although I can't speak in any detail of my work, I can tell you certain interesting facts. Unspeakables work in the Ministry's Department of Mysteries. Dangerous work at times, as you've no doubt guessed.
Yes, Professor.
Now, you needn't concern yourself with my injury. I made peace long ago with the fact that a sprig of dittany, once plucked, will surely begin to wilt.
You do seem to have come to terms with things rather well.
It's a matter of perspective. Without saying more, perhaps whatever time I've lost was an exchange for time gained. And to dwell on such matters is a waste of the days ahead. At this point, no magic permits us to travel back in time. Perhaps one day. Yes, I can tell you that my years at the Ministry were well spent. And I'm as happy to be at Hogwarts now as I was to be in the Department of Mysteries years ago.
If I may, Professor, I'm also happy that you're here at Hogwarts now.
Kind of you to say. Speaking of time, perhaps yours would be best spent honing your defensive wand work.
Yes, Professor. Revelio.
Oh, 结束。啊？啊，布里底黑骷髅。哦，傻眼。去一趟火米村吧。哦，真正的朋友。好，我要去。我要去买一罐物件。
Point of toiling if it can be done with magic.
Only a hairy-hearted sod.
I remember you. Your generosity helped me afford this
Revelio.
snake contraption. Very Salazar, isn't it?
饥饿结束。你们很卡。
The new butterflies were attracted to treasure. I must have missed that one in Beasts.
啊？那你应该是错了。你怎么放19块在这里啊？自己找找看，找到了。
Before you ask, I'm all out of the new socks, so if your feet are smelly, you'll have to work it out for yourself.
好，看你有卖什么新的。哦，三连校袍，这是我现在买的那个吗？
I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise. I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
I'd say that looks as if it was made for you. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
下海19。73。凯尔特英雄披风，哦哟，英雄披风。看一下，67、70、69、61、71这个，睡衣，很多奇怪的衣服。学霸装扮。高地要塞，天文课程，出席天文课，血脉印一下。哦，
Be sure to stop by whenever you're. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise. I'm afraid that's a little outside of your means. For now, at least.
我干嘛买啊？我干嘛买啊？按错了，傻眼。
I've heard that our dear Clementine. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrax promise.
超级好笑。
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
按错了。
Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
我要去一下奇兽店。 去一下奇兽店，怎么有蝙蝠啊？蝙蝠是干嘛的
？Lumos。
Lumos 有用吗？有用，那蝙蝠是干嘛的？ 哇，万圣节快到了，他就给我，哇，这个游戏有在跟时事哦，很棒哦。
Hello. Mind you don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Duracord feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Revelia.
天启异兽，店主艾利派克是奇兽的保护者，他会为任何需要安全家园的奇兽提供公平的价格。天启异兽是购买采明鸟羽毛和玻璃兽、毛皮等奇兽副产品的商店。有玻璃兽哎！有玻璃兽哎！有玻璃兽哎！我想要带一只秀秀回家。
Hello.
Oh, welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck, and before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncar fur? Duracord feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Duracords. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
那是迷踪鸟啊！
Seems like a poor choice of infantry. Surely that's obvious.
You don't mind sharing your opinions, do you? Despite the fact that we are a wizarding village, doesn't mean these things appear by magic. Takes a lot to round up these feathers. Don't get me started on thwoppers. Most of the suppliers of thwopper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's.
Perhaps it was your dealings with whoopers that led to the precarious idea of stocking diricals.
Oh, you are well and cheeky, aren't you? Don't worry, I don't mind. Never had a still tongue in my head either. And I'll have you know that it's my highest priority to ensure that all beasts are safe and well cared for. Right thing to do and good for business. Anyway, perhaps you should have a look around. Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Saying it.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need.
And
thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
And what do you have for sale?
I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me.
有卖什么？蟾蜍油、玻璃兽的皮、玻璃兽皮、赤猫毛发、独角兽毛发、迷踪鸟。好，先这样子。
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
好，You're welcome。然后我要去我先去看东西。 老鼠。
This must be it.
看看你有可以买东西吗？可以买东西吗？不行。
You're back. Nice to see you again.
啊，雨景。
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio.
这边到处都是那个哎。哪里在盯啊？哦，你啊。哦，魔杖店。你在盯吗？真的哎。恶作剧店。
Revelio.
青蛙软肥皂，如果使用这块肥皂洗澡，可能会能量激动物清洗，只要1分泥巴的水里。哇哦，这么帅啊！
Revelio.
这边有东西。死炸弹，笨蛋是恶作剧者最爱，它会散发出两闻恶臭，使不见的人彼此为可不及。还有东西。 哎呦哦！干嘛干嘛？不开心呐、哇
Revelio.
哦，奶油啤酒桶。 然后我还想去，好像没有事情。好。
Glad you came.
Hello, Serena. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ranrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. Then I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend, Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
然后我要去一下猪头酒吧，三根哨子，三颗旧具商店。我要去一下猪头酒吧。现在是晚上啊，这里可以走。现在是晚上。
It was magical until one took down Mother's favorite lamp.
Remember playing Ring Around the Rune Spore as children, pretending sticks were our home.
这里为什么要火米村社区花园？
Those ministry stiffs have never used an unforgivable curse in their lives.
The unforgivable curses weren't always outlawed.
What?
You certainly seem nonchalant about reanimating a corpse.
Pretender might seem like harmless fun, but not when you
直接就拿起来喝。
The Aurors get to have all the fun. Or rather,
Mine now, demiguys.
Oh. 喝醉了。干嘛？干嘛？啊！
careful now.
Do you think the
You could hurt
Ashwanders will
someone.
take me?
My cousin recently became an aura. Now he thinks he's better than the rest of us.
Can you imagine working at the ministry? Day in, day out, trapped.
Revelio.
My mum wanted me to be following her footsteps.
What about curse breakers? Thought I wanted to be one of them when I was a student.
哪里？
Revelio.
I was top of my class all through my year.
在这里啊，超近的这个是。哦，找到了。这里有什么好看的？一头酒吧码头。哦，好哦。我就说有什么好看的
Revelia.
我现在知道那个叮叮声就是会有实战指南的地方。哦
What will I do without her?
哎，是你啊
Hello, is something the matter?
Most decidedly, yes. My precious mooncalf, Biscuit, was abducted by poachers up north. Oh, the vicious brutes. I tried to fight back, but I was no match for them.
I'm sorry about your mooncalf, Mr.
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not a particularly brave one at that. I have no chance against a pack of bloodthirsty poachers. Oh, my poor Biscuit. I can only hope she's able to escape.
饼干。
Why do you suppose the poachers took Biscuit?
I have no idea. Mooncalf dung's highly valuable for fertilizing magical plants. But I cannot imagine poachers care much about gardening. Who knows what they'll do to her? She could be flogged, skinned, gutted, and stuffed. I assume. Oh, Biscuit.
A mooncalf is an unusual pet. Why did you choose Biscuit?
She followed me one evening, wouldn't leave my side. Never thought I was one for a pet of any kind. But now I can't imagine life without her. Mooncalves are often thought of as silly, simple-minded creatures. But I've seen great depth of character in Biscuit. I wouldn't trade her for a hippogriff or a hippopotamus, or even a goose that lays golden eggs.
I'll keep an eye out for your mooncalf, Garnuff.
How kind. If only all of Wizardkind was as gracious to goblins. If you do see her and can bring her safely home to me, I promise to reward you for your efforts. Do keep an eye out for her, and be careful out there. Poachers are an unscrupulous lot.
在哪？看一下。啊。真正的朋友。我们先去这里。今天就开2个小时哦，还有12分钟，就只开2个小时。就2点。
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
在哪？这，到了，嗨。
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
我很多哎。
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aiden died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aiden took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Serona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Spruttle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it.
我们先去救饼干哈，真正的朋友，洞穴在这里。我们先去救饼干哈。饼干，我来啦！救完饼干关台。Cookie，I'm coming，Cookie。哎，你要什么来着？
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Nearly attacked by wolves, I was. Only just escaped with my life. I need to be better prepared next time. Could use some thunder brew. I don't suppose a student like yourself would be in possession of such a thing?
Yes, I have some right here. Please, take it. And be careful.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I knew you had a good heart. I feel better already just knowing I have some thunder brew on hand.
给你啊。
Take this as thanks for your generosity.
水蛭汁。
Poachers! Garliff was right then. I'd better be careful.
I almost captured a grapphorn in the forest. It escaped, but still. Stop with that, you, Royland. My Fringo! Get us all! No one takes one fire!
Fringo!
He's had all their teaching in school these days. Rookwoods don't go down easy. Fringo!
Stupid lad! Someone messing around! Learn that in first year, did ya? Is that the best you got?
Come, Fringo!
Stupid lad!
Is that the best you can do?
Fringo!
还有谁？还有谁？还有谁？还有谁？
Revelio.
谁？谁？你干嘛？
Alohomora.
裤子。 有饼干，我来了，饼干。
Alohomora. Now then, which one of you is Biscuit?
啊？
Settle yourself, I mean you no harm. Revelio. Everything's all right now. Revelio.
"不要跑了吗？"
I'll look after you.
还有，请问饼干在哪里啊？
All right, Biscuit. Let's get you back to Garnoff, shall we?
啊，太好笑了！找到饼干了。好。
Quiet as a mouse round here. Can't say I mind.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Visit the cave to find Sorona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while... Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Revelio.
这底下怎么这么大？
Revelio.
回去了。老鼠。
Revelio.
Oh. 哎，干嘛？我为什么下不去啊？
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Rest easy, my large friend. Revelio. Revelio.
在哪边？那边有东西。有松鼠。
Revelio.
对。
Confringo. Ha. Revelio.
上去吗？我怎么出去啊
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
完蛋！完蛋！我怎么回去？完蛋！我怎么回去？怎么办？我怎么回去？这里啊！啊，这里。亲爱的希罗娜，根本这也是我们内心根本完全不好的。小恩，这个要进入这个
I think that's everything. Sirona will be... I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
请问那个陶乐斯女士，为什么你找到这个你不把它带回来，还要让我亲自跑来一趟？为啥
Revelio.
They come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves. Better not be a trick. What have you done?
Confringo.
You're not going to like this.
No.
Stupid one. Confringo.
Don't then crime up
You always be awful. He's a boss. And I haven't even had tea yet. Hang on, Confringo.
Revelio.
打勾喽！这样子拿起来喝。这是哪里？
These rocks have seen better days.
我来过这里吗？我来过这里。为什么这边卡了一下？
Revelio.
嗯？哎，我有来过，哎有哎。 这是什么？
You taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentioned Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker
Oh,
for
that's
3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points.
哇，落后
I'll never
140
forgive Professor
分，
Black for cancelling it this year.
刷到 Golden
I missed
Snitch 耶。
cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
This must be it.
Don't you fret, Biscuit. I shall sort something out.
Garneth, I've rescued Biscuit.
You have? Oh, is she hurt? Was she frightened? Are you all right?
Biscuit is fine, as am I. I was able to rescue her without much incident.
Oh, mercy. Where poachers are concerned, I tend to expect the worst. I cannot wait to get her home. I so miss seeing her dance in the evenings. Such joy.
I'm glad she's safe now. I'm sure she'll be happy to go home.
Oh, that is a great weight off my mind. Oh, my sweet little Biscuit, my wise, noble mooncalf. And here is your reward, of course. Well deserved. As I said before, you have restored my faith in wizard kind. You've restored at least a modicum of my faith in wizard kind. Biscuit and I can't thank you enough.
要去哪里？要走去哪里？好奇，跟着他走。哦，哇，消影哎！哇，这是消影啊！ 哪里啊？哦，这个。玻璃兽可以在哪边找到？玻璃兽，玻璃兽的身体基因加小毛绒，而且其实我们追逐闪亮东西会造成困难。如此类物品会存放于它位置里。什么东西啊？不是都拿到了吗？天赋、黑魔法、缴械咒、诅咒士兵、永恒诅咒。这是2，强效回神无药。使用滑鼠在未锁定的诅咒与组之间滚动，或使用前面不同咒语组。再听一个新的。有新的，我看看。还有3颗的恶作剧专家带。哦。哦，这是男生穿的吧？秘密解谜者睡袍，时尚背心校服，时尚午间校服。还有什么不一样？裙子不一样。那是秋天。 秋天，秋天到喽，秋天到喽。
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
什么药？中间没有配方。这些我都有啦。
I hope to see you again.
Revelio.
Farewell for now.
我竟然没有拿到。又有一个任务哎，是恩手哦。竟然又有一个任务。对。哦，剧毒复仇，直到地窖下一窥其中。进入地窖。
Alohomora. Revelio.
地窖。好了。这个过完。
This must be the cellar. Now, to find that venomous tentacula.
为什么有人
？Revelio. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
这钱为什么拿不到嘞？这钱为什么我拿不到？这钱我拿不到，为什么？
Almora. Where is that venomous tentacula? Revelio. Taken over the whole house.
Oh.
Revelio. Now that I have the venomous tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes. Revelio.
有东西吗？你为什么拿不到？哦
Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
你为什么拿不到的？哦，
Completed that errand for me yet?
就是你。
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile
啊，想
now.
起来了。
Well done.
想起来了。
I'll take it off your hands now.
好。
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
龙皮草药。等一下。 没有支线了，没有支线啦。伏羲血脉的阴影下，
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder. Revelio.
这个还太了。
Mine now, demiguise.
Revelio. Revelio.
Mm. 猫头鹰小台架。
Why do students always frown? They should burn the castle down.
You 还好吗？你还好吗？我怎么过去？哦，这里。
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I understand. You needn't tell me if you don't want to.
If I were you, I'd be begging for more details.
It's not that I'm not interested, and you can certainly trust me if you want to tell me anything.
Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
What does